All right, so this past weekend I spent some time vacationing, doing the only vacation that I really truly understand as a way to recharge my batteries, which is to go camping, which is to go as far away from society as I possibly can, get out into the woods, get out into the forest, look around, enjoy myself, watch my friends do things like get firewood, do things like hunting, but I mostly like to spend that time in quiet solitude. But I do enjoy my friends' company as well, and they do a good job with their stuff as well. And while we were out there, one of my buddies, he had a little truck, a very old Toyota pickup truck. It's still running, but the starter on it didn't work. So what you had to do in order to get it going was to push it a little bit, and then once it started getting going, the engine would kick on, and then you just make sure not to turn off the engine because then you'd have to push it again to get it going. But it was a stick shift, so every once in a while the truck would kick off, and we'd have to get out of the truck and push it a little bit to get it going again. And so that got me thinking about habits, because the thing about habits is that it's very similar to having to get out of a truck and push it a little bit to get it going. Because the hardest part about forming a habit is actually the first couple of days, first couple of weeks, first couple of months even. It's before the habit has been formed is where you're doing the pushing. You're pushing the truck at this point. And let me tell you, there's nothing easy about this part. You have to do it. You have to push yourself. You have to push the truck up until the point where the wheel starts turning on its own. And that's what we need to do when we're forming habits, is we have to acknowledge that the first couple of weeks, the first couple of months, perhaps even two, are going to be tough. They're going to be hard. You're going to have to push yourself. We don't have starters, okay? We're like the truck. We don't have a starter. So we have to push ourselves to get ourselves into motion. And then over time and with concentration of energy, the habit will form and it will start running itself. I promise you it will start running itself if you put in the time and the energy and you push yourself in the beginning, get that habit going, and then the habit will start running your life as your behavior, and it'll start doing the work for you, and it'll get so much simpler, so much easier, and it's so much more worthwhile than to not exert all of that energy to push the truck, because then you're walking the whole way. And we traversed about 15 to 20 miles in a couple of hours, which we could not have done in the middle of the night without the truck. And likewise, you cannot do things without forming solid, strong, good habits for yourself in the future. And so think about that next time you try forming a habit for yourself. Understand the amount of energy that you're going to have to put in the beginning, and that it's all going to be worthwhile, because once the habit is formed, it'll do it itself. It won't take you nearly as much energy once the habit is formed, once the muscle memory is created. Okay, so as for the rest of the day, guys, have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.